What's your name?
My name's Cole Swensen.
How old are you, Cole?
I'm 23.
Okay, is this what you do full-time, or do you have another job?
I played smaller venues around LA for the past 4 years.
Cole Swensen didn't walk onto the America's Got Talent stage with flash or swagger. He stepped out with a guitar and a soft voice, yet within moments, he had the entire room in the palm of his hand. Where most AGT acts aim to shock, Cole impressed through stillness. His performance was made to listen intently. The bond with his mother, the ache in his tone, and the weight behind every lyric hinted at a story far deeper than what everyone saw in those few minutes. Join us as we tell you what you didn't know about Cole Swensen from AGT.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own.
Born and raised in Los Angeles, Cole was immersed in a deeply musical household. His father played violin, and his mother, Judy, was a professional cellist. Growing up in a home where classical music was a constant, he started piano lessons early in life. While many children are pushed toward music, Cole's connection felt natural, almost inevitable. He later transitioned to classical guitar at age 12, and this switch became a pivotal point in shaping his musical identity. The expectations in a musically gifted household might have felt like pressure to some, but Cole found strength in it. It helped him understand not just notes and scales, but the emotional language of music. By the time he was a teenager, he could already internalize and manipulate complex musical ideas. These early lessons in classical technique and discipline planted the seeds of his signature folk style, which blends technical mastery with emotional vulnerability. That deep well of experience would later become one of his greatest assets when he started writing original music. Despite his early classical training, it wasn't in concert halls or school recitals that Cole Swensen found his true voice. It was in his bedroom. Around the time he discovered the guitar and ukulele, Cole began to explore songwriting on his own terms. The experience of quietly strumming chords and singing alone offered something profound: freedom. He described the process as amazing, calling it a release unlike anything else. This intimate setting gave him space to write original music and experiment with covers that reflected his own emotional truth. He credits a theater camp and a vocal coach during this period as a turning point, helping him connect his feelings to his lyrics. For Cole, writing wasn't about formulas, it was about uncovering the words that felt so right in conveying his feelings. He focused on phrasing, melody, and emotional cadence, making his songwriting both deeply personal and universally resonant. Unlike artists who chase trends or crowd-pleasing choruses, Cole's craft grew from solitude and authenticity. And it's this emotional sincerity that has continued to define his sound, even as his audience has grown beyond that small room. One of the most poignant elements of Cole's story is his relationship with his mother, Judy. She was a classically trained cellist who gave up her dream of a music career to raise Cole. This act of love became the very inspiration that propelled him forward, knowing the passion his mother once held and the sacrifice she made. Cole saw music not just as a personal dream, but as a legacy to carry on. In interviews, he's spoken candidly about how his mother is his biggest supporter. When he decided to pursue music seriously, it wasn't only for himself, it was for her too. Their shared musical bond came full circle when they took the stage together on America's Got Talent. Judy wasn't just in the audience cheering him on, she was right beside him, bow in hand, playing the cello as Cole sang and strummed his guitar. That performance, while magical in sound, was even more powerful in meaning. It was a gesture of love, gratitude, and reclamation. He was giving her a stage she had given up, and in doing so, he reminded everyone watching that sometimes the most moving performances aren't the loudest or flashiest, they're the ones filled with heart. While Cole's America's Got Talent debut introduced him to millions, it was not his first foray into the music world. Since 2022, he has been independently writing, recording, producing, and releasing music. With a degree in audio engineering, Cole does much more than sing and strum. He is involved in every layer of his music's creation, from the first lyric to the final mix. Tracks like Things We Don't Talk About and Julia show his multidimensional talent. He pours his energy into songwriting, crafts his own arrangements, and meticulously engineers the sound. This hands-on approach gives his songs a distinct authenticity, free from commercial over-polishing. In an era where many rising artists rely heavily on producers and songwriting teams, Cole's self-sufficiency sets him apart. His first full-length album, Dear Sadie, captured the emotional upheaval of graduating and navigating a breakup, while his upcoming EP reflects his current stage of renewal and reinvention. He's also released singles like Weaving, which blend folk, indie, and classical textures. Cole's voice, gentle yet evocative, guides listeners through emotional landscapes, and his production choices ensure that nothing feels forced. His music is raw yet refined, proving that independent artistry can be just as powerful, if not more so, than mainstream production. While many emerging artists list pop icons as their primary inspirations, Cole Swensen's musical taste is far more eclectic and nuanced. During interviews, he said Joni Mitchell, Phoebe Bridgers, Lizzie McAlpine, and the Portuguese artist Mero are his favorites. These artists have something in common. They all blend lyrical depth with emotional vulnerability. Cole doesn't just admire them for their sound, he connects with their purpose. He especially reveres Maro's EP It's Okay, describing her voice as being connected to God and representing the most beautiful parts of consciousness. That kind of language reveals a spiritual connection to music that goes beyond genre. These influences are felt not in mimicry, but in mood, in how Cole crafts emotion through sound. It explains why his songs often contain elements of folk, classical, and even jazz, woven seamlessly together. His influences aren't bound by trend or popularity, but by authenticity. And that's what makes his music hard to classify and easy to feel. It speaks to the soul, not just the ears. When Cole Swensen appeared on the America's Got Talent stage during season 20, there was an immediate quiet charm to him. A 23-year-old with soft eyes, a guitar in his hand, and his mother, Judy, by his side holding a cello. At first glance, some may have pegged him as just another sweet guy with a guitar, but within seconds of starting Coldplay's Viva La Vida, everything changed. His voice, textured with quiet emotion and a distinctive tone, held the entire room in stillness. The judges' reactions mirrored the sentiment rippling through the crowd. Mel B praised his uniquely moving tone, while Howie Mandel said the performance made his heart explode. Sofia Vergara confessed she was deeply touched by watching a mother and son share such a personal moment on stage. Then came Simon Cowell's classic misdirect. He momentarily suggested the performance would have been stronger solo, only to reverse course and call it great with Judy involved. And the internet agreed. Social media lit up with clips of Cole's audition. Viewers flooded platforms like TikTok and Instagram with praise, many commenting on how his voice felt honest and like a breath of fresh air. Fans shared their emotional reactions and commended the performance for proving that authenticity can still shine in an industry often obsessed with spectacle. It wasn't just the song choice or the arrangement, it was Cole's sincerity that resonated most. Now, with his audition going viral and praise pouring in from both fans and critics, anticipation is growing. People want more. Many have taken to the comments and fan pages to declare their support, saying they hope he makes it to the finals or even wins. They're not just rooting for a talented singer, but for a genuinely good artist whose vulnerability struck a chord.